Nearly half of all Indian households have a daily habit of treating our drinking water. Whether it's a boiling pot on the stove, a simple candle filter, or an under-sink RO system, no one drinks straight from the tap. And nobody worries that drinking this purified water is making their family soft. We don't stress that our children are losing their tolerance to contamination by drinking clean water, because we understand that human biology doesn't work that way. The air we breathe operates on the exact same biological principle. The human lung is identical to the human gut in this regard. It does not build up a defensive tolerance to particulate matter. It simply absorbs the damage. This chart shows the average life expectancy lost to air pollution across different regions. For residents of Delhi NCR, chronic exposure to PM 2.5 removes a staggering 11.9 years from the average lifespan. It is the single highest reduction of any major city on Earth. The physiological toll compounds rapidly for young children. Because a child inhales twice the amount of air per kilogram of body weight compared to an adult, teenagers growing up in Delhi consistently test with lung capacities 10 to 15% smaller than healthy reference populations. We are diligently protecting our families from a few milligrams of waterborne pathogens every day, while passively absorbing a massive, unmitigated daily dose of airborne damage. This chart maps out PM 2.5 levels across the 12 calendar months to address the most common misconception about this problem. Delhi's air quality is an annual crisis. For 9 to 10 months of the year, PM 2.5 levels run 5 to 7 times over the World Health Organization's safe limit. Even during the monsoon season, when the rain washes away larger dust particles and the visible smog drops significantly, the actual fine particulate matter remains at triple the WHO safe limit. And this toxic baseline extends far beyond Delhi. The entire Indo-Gangetic Plain sits under this heavy, saturated airshed essentially year-round. Other major coastal and southern metros are now measuring the same systemic trapped exposure that used to be associated exclusively with the north. Because the exposure is year-round and geographically vast, treating air pollution like a temporary Diwali emergency guarantees long-term biological accumulation. This equation shows the mass balance math that determines your indoor air quality. It is a constant mechanical fight between two competing forces: the clean air delivery rate of your purifier pushing clean air out, and the infiltration rate of dirty outdoor air leaking in. The math breaks down in Indian apartments because of how we build. Standard local construction uses single-pane windows, aluminum frames, and unsealed AC sleeves. This allows outdoor PM 2.5 to leak inside at a massive 71% rate. Contrast that with the much tighter 26% infiltration rate typical of US and European homes. Standard room purifiers are engineered to win the math battle in those Western markets. Independent field testing in Delhi proves this physical limitation. When outdoor PM 2.5 crosses 250, premium room purifiers only achieve a 49% reduction. Even running at maximum speed, they leave the indoor air sitting at 2.5 times the WHO safe limit. If you try to help the purifier by tightly sealing your bedroom door, you create a secondary failure. 2 sleeping adults will quickly trap human exhaled CO2 in the room, pushing levels high enough to cause measurable cognitive deficits and sleep disruption by morning. Buying a single-room, recirculating purifier in India is fighting a physics battle that mass balance guarantees you will lose. To fix this, you have to reverse the mechanics of how the house breathes, a positive pressure fresh air system that completely inverts the mass balance math. It starts with the intake phase. The system continuously pulls outdoor air into the home, forcing it through a clinical-grade H13 HEPA filter that catches 99.95% of all particulate matter right at the wall. Then comes the pressurization phase. By introducing a steady volume of this filtered air, the system elevates the home's internal air pressure by 10 to 25 pascals. This overpressure forces all the natural leaks in your window frames and door gaps to push air outward. This approach keeps PM 2.5 under 15 micrograms per cubic meter in every connected room, while stale, exhaled CO2 is continuously flushed out of the house through the seams. Positive pressure is the only physical intervention that changes your home from a leaking box into a secure, whole-house safe zone. This brings us back to the myth of losing your toughness. The human respiratory system does not adapt to fine particulate matter the way a bicep responds to lifting weights, or an immune system responds to a virus. The actual biological mechanism is finite. Chronic exposure to PM2.5 simply saturates the alveolar clearance machinery in your lungs. When it can no longer keep up, the particles stay there, leading to lifelong accumulation. But biological recovery is entirely possible when that exposure drops. During the Beijing Olympics natural experiment, industrial shutdowns created a temporary window of clean air. Within days, biomarkers for airway inflammation in healthy young adults fell rapidly. Providing clean indoor air isn't coddling a child's lungs. It provides the essential 14 hours of biological downtime they require to clear inflammation, recover, and grow to their full adult capacity. We already accept this principle in every other aspect of our health. Less sugar is better. Less sodium is better. Less ultra-processed food is better. For PM2.5, the dose-response curve is exactly the same. Every microgram you avoid is a microgram of damage your body doesn't have to absorb. Treated air is the next mandatory household utility, right behind treated water. And AQI engineers the whole home systems required to deliver it. Less of a harmful thing is always better. For families in Delhi, a whole home system has become a biological necessity.